Today at 6, the biggest rail strike in a generation. Disruption everywhere, no services at all to parts of the UK. Stuck in the sidings instead of moving millions of passengers. There's sympathy for rail workers, but frustration too.
My daughter's doing her GCSEs, so I've got to try and get her to and from school, so it's a right pain in the neck.
I understand they want pay rise and things changes, I get that, but it's not fair for all the commuters.
Some 40,000 rail workers have walked out. Their union accuses the government of getting in the way of a deal.
The government could have made a move to settle this dispute, but instead they're escalating it. The lies that they're telling about railway workers and the railway industry are outrageous.
We need to get ready to stay the course. To stay the course, because these reforms, these improvements in the way we run our railways are in the interest of the travelling public.
This afternoon, both sides have said they'll start fresh talks tomorrow. Also tonight. A tablet for every day, but what's going to happen to vulnerable patients when some pharmacists stop supplying packaging that tells you on what day to take it? The prince we've watched since he was a child turns 40. It comes as William takes more royal responsibilities.
Coming up in Sports Day later in the hour on the BBC News Channel, we'll head live to St George's Park, where the England Lionesses are preparing for the start of next month's European Championship.
Good evening and welcome to the BBC's News at 6. Millions of passengers have faced disruption today after the biggest strike on Britain's railways for 30 years got underway. The RMT union and rail bosses say they will resume talks tomorrow, but even if there's any progress, it will come too late to avoid disruption on Thursday, the next planned day of the walkout. Now, the red lines on this map show where limited services will operate, but whole swathes of the country, Scotland and Wales, for example, where there are no lines, well, they won't have any services at all. At the moment, the union plans to follow today's strike by 2 more on Thursday and Saturday. What's the dispute about? As ever, it depends on who you ask. For the union, pay and job security are key. Rail bosses say it's also about modernisation, and they intend to start the process next month. And Boris Johnson had his say this morning, urging commuters to stay the course because, as he said, modernisation would be in their interest. We'll be reporting from across the UK, but we start in Bournemouth and our transport correspondent, Katie Austin.